In our earlier comparison of depth first search and breadth first search, we have seen that depth first search, it is efficient in space, but it has no optimality guarantee. Also, in infinite search trees, it may be incomplete also. On the other hand, for breadth first search, we always find the minimum step path, so it's optimal. If the goal is at a finite depth, the search is always complete, even if the search tree is infinite. But the problem is the both time and space complexity are exponential. In branching factor B, that was both time and space complexity. So DFS has some pros and cons, BFS has some pros and cons. A new type of algorithm came in order to get the best of both worlds, to get a marriage of the advantages of both. A new type of algorithm was invented or innovated. It is called the iterative deepening breadth first search, IDFS. So what is this? It is nothing different than a depth first search only. It is a depth first search, but there is a gradually increasing depth cutoff. What does that mean? That means, let us look at a search tree like this. Let us assume the search tree goes on like this, and this is an infinite search tree, let us assume. Also, let us assume that F is also one goal and J is also one goal. Or say, I will not make J goal, I will make K a goal. So, now let us assume that my classical depth first search will go along A, B, D, E, J, down, and since it is an infinite search tree, the search will never halt, and hence it will be an incomplete search. Assume that my search goes not along this path, my search goes along A, B, D, E, K. Since after E we get the children J and K, both are equal contenders, and I break the tie between the two, and I choose K, then K is actually the goal node. So A B D E K is one legal path to the goal, because K is also one of the goals. But see, K is a suboptimal goal since it takes a larger number of steps from the start node in comparison to F, which is the optimal goal. So in this case, the depth first search will give me a suboptimal solution. What iterative depth first search does is, it says do depth first search with a depth cutoff, increasing depth cutoff. At first the depth cutoff will be 0. What does it mean? Do the depth first search for a tree of height 0. What is a tree of height 0? Only the root node A. So what it will do with a root node A, it will search and see whether A is a goal node. No, not a goal node. If it is a goal node, then return. If it is not a goal node, then increase the cutoff from 0 to 1. With a 0 to 1, we will consider only the tree which has a height of 1 from the start node, which is this much, A, B and C. Within this, I will do the depth first search like this. If I find the goal, I will return. If I do not find the goal, what will I do? I will increase the height, depth cutoff height to 2. In that case, my tree will become like this. Within that, I will do the depth first search. Now see, if my tree is only this much and I do a depth first search, I will go from A, B, D. I cannot look beyond this. This is my cutoff depth. So I will again come up to this subtree, then F, and then I will find that F is a goal. So I will return the path ACF and see that F is a shallower goal, which means that it is the optimal goal. Hence I will find the optimal solution, and since I am slowly increasing my depth cutoff, even if the tree is infinite and the goal is lying at a shallower depth, I won't be traversing the infinite length of one of the subtrees, and my search will always be complete for an IDFS search. So what are the two main properties of iterative deepening for depth first search? Actually 3 main properties. What is one? It is, now it becomes complete. Now it gives you optimal solution. It becomes complete even for infinite trees. It gives you the optimal solution, and it takes the advantage of depth first search, which is linear space complexity. Although the time complexity remains still the same, exponential, because in the worst case you may have to traverse the entire search tree, which again becomes 1 plus b square plus ... b to the power d, which is big O of b to the power d, as we have seen earlier. So the time complexity still remains exponential, which was the same for both DFS and BFS, but I get these advantages in IDFS: completeness, optimality, and the linear space complexity for my algorithm to run. Thank you.